Hello everyone, this is Plasmawarrior, or as many of you like to call me, that guy with the afro. Okay, I've got a problem. And the problem is pretty significant, considering how I'm a gamer, and by this point, we should have known better. But, I really have to say, where the hell are all the old school games that basically were cult classics? Like on PS3, PlayStation Network, or Xbox Live, or Virtual Console. I mean, seriously, there's some games that need to be played again. Mutant League Football is one of my personal favorites, and I'm sure that Electronic Arts could do something like that. But I'm also kind of upset about the Final Fantasies in particular. I don't have a PS3, but I know Square doesn't have an exclusive license with Sony anymore. So, all the PlayStation Final Fantasies, yeah, those are big, but still, I'm still looking for somebody to put out a remake of Final Fantasy VII. Square is just terrible with those things. I don't know why. I think it's fun for people to put out $50 on eBay just to buy a video game they've beaten 500 times, much like myself. I don't get that. It's just odd. Even Breath of Fire 3, uh, going $30, $40 right now on eBay for no apparent fucking reason. Some people are willing to pay out that much for a video game they've gone and smashed through. You know what I mean? It's just, why can't they do that? They have the tools, they have the money, they have the capability. They can do it. I really would love to see the second Blaster Master, which only came out on Genesis, added to that mix. But I've never seen a remake of that either. Sunsoft, I don't know what's wrong with them. They died or something. I don't know. Another one of those little must-haves nowadays has got to be, though, and would read well, if you're paying a subscription fee for like Xbox Live, I don't really see why we should have all this extra content and like on the side with the points and stuff. I don't understand why. Can't we just have like achievements or something like that works off of that? Like in a certain game, you get a certain achievement, you get to unlock a certain amount of stuff. I feel like that's a better idea than paying another $100 just to get half the stuff in this game, and then 3 years later you don't need it anymore. I'm yawning a lot. I'm kind of tired. It's who gives a damn what time it is? It's daylight savings time and all that. I don't fucking care. But still, it just don't make sense to me. That I don't get. Granted, you don't have to have it. You can play most of these games without these maps and fancy smancy equipment. But seriously, why do you have to do that? I don't get it. I just don't. Anyway, point being, all the stuff that they're selling to you right now, they really don't need to, and they really should start focusing on stuff they should go and sell. Um, Final Fantasy has to be on the top of that list. You know, by now you can have it on 360 or Wii. It'd be just great. Or you could at least, if you have to, like package them like you did in Final Fantasies 5 and 6, and then Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy 4, which at the time you guys were complaining because they didn't have Final Fantasy 3, but trust me, that may have been a good idea on Square's move. I'd never play that game again. Blue Dragon's starting to drag on like Final Fantasy 3. That's not a good sign. And I've only been like, I won't even get into that, but seriously, all these games that they should remake, the ones that let's face it, are awesome, but don't get the press, or like the Final Fantasies are. We know they're good, except for 9. That was just uh, 9. Everyone claims it's the best one of them all, but God, I've never went and beat that game. But that's another story. Still, if you're gonna have these NES, SNES, Sega Genesis things, you gotta have something like, Mortal Kombat. And I really think that's the best way to do things. Those games that we enjoy because they are subculture. They're not the regular type of games you play. And the games that we really should have had well, I really think since PlayStation 2, especially with the Final Fantasy series, we should have had no problem with that. But again, some people don't learn, some people don't want to learn, and we end up having what we're having. So I don't know. I just think that companies need to be a little bit more aware of what they're not selling than what they are. So, uh, minus you downloading it on a emulator until they wake up and realize they can make more money that way. You're probably gonna have to spend about $60 for a Super Mario RPG cartridge unless you're gonna go download it on Virtual Console. So you might as well think of it that way. Later.